What is up, Laggin Out Legion? And look, I got everybody right.
Hey,
everybody's in the same spot. Yeah.
Nice.
We pulled an audible here at the last second, and we are broadcasting live on Zoom. That way, it's a little bit easier for everybody to hear everybody. That sort of thing. We might be doing that a lot more often if I can find the sound that I went to. Oh my god. But the kill cam doesn't show it.
Show it.
I'm lagging and I know it. Coffee bean background.
Love it.
All right.
It's ironic because I haven't had any coffee
here
today.
Yeah, we made it. And then that looks like Soda's just like running away here.
I know, right?
It's like fuck this, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
I'm gone. Screw you guys.
He's in the Christmas spirit. Look at him.
Look at that. Yeah.
It'd be funny if you can actually do the skin green, so you like the Grinch. It'd be hilarious.
I can actually.
That'd be awesome.
I don't think I look good in green.
I was gonna wear my Chewbacca Christmas shirt. He's all stuck in all these Christmas lights, and he's like getting all mad. He's like, like he's like, it's awesome. I love it.
Sweet.
Wow, a lot of stuff going on this week with Lagging Out and the news, and there's so much stuff. I'm just glad we're here all in one piece. And why am I coming? Am I coming in dark?
Your stream is slightly dark.
Man, it's like, it's that. I get a fucking tan, bro. That fucking hurts. Photosensitivity with me. Yes.
Yeah. Know the feeling, Chief.
She is the one that makes us look very smart. Please welcome Blacklight Oni. He is the beautifully bearded bastard. He's known as Hero, the IT guy. Playing with his Zoom blur background for some reason. He is the Professor Badass and knows everything about motion graphics and animation design. Please welcome Dr. Soda.
Doctor. I can't do it anymore. Still, I'd shoot somebody.
And he set a Lagging Out record for longest stream in 2022. Please welcome Tyrann Death.
Hi, guys.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you guys don't know the context, if you were watching his stream last night, you got some bonus footage, about 14 bonus hours of footage, because Streamlabs didn't shut down his stream, and we were watching. Thank you for streaming for 17 hours. And if you would have saw the look on my face trying to get a hold of poor Tyrann Death, he thought he was fired. He thought he was done. We can laugh about it now, but I was in fucking panic mode. I was just like, it's gonna fuck up our numbers. And then I get the stats back. It's like 0.9 viewers an hour. I'm like,
amazing.
Those rookie numbers, gotta bump those numbers up. Don't worry, we'll get there.
Those are rookie numbers. But yeah, right now he's in a spaceship.
On there, that was interesting.
I mean, it's better than looking at people breaking TOS in so many ways.
Yeah, that could have got bad really quick if it was the camera was on the whole time. It was like you just see, like, I don't know, a wolf like appearing and reappearing as they walk across the camera because it's a capture device.
Or it spazzes out and twitches.
Yeah.
That's Soda's model does on occasion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Soda's model does that all the time. He's starting to do it now.
The craziest thing was sitting there and I'm talking to Soda. Next thing I know, it goes.
My neck breaks.
Well, like he's got to put salt around his room because he said his house is haunted. So like every time it's like, oh, it's twitching, it's got to be like the ghost or something. That's what I automatically think it is every time.
The demon.
And then Then he started playing some paranormal game or something. Can you hear me? Chieftain, stop. No, don't summon that shit. Stop.
Yeah, like flashbacks to Nikki Crow there.
Wow.
I mean, here's the thing,
That's a
though.
red flag for me.
You can't just put salt down. Okay, so the analogy that I remember hearing was you wouldn't just close the doors if you've got an unwanted guest. You have to send the guest out before you shut everything up.
No, here's
So
what
if you're
happened.
gonna
My
put down
mom
salt,
put the salt so they would stay up here with me and not go down there with them.
I
see, now
believe
that's the
shit.
problem. Do you have any windows?
Of course. Yes. There's salt all over the place.
Well,
It's crazy.
you could use the window could be the portal you use to send it out. You could use salt afterwards. You could use like anointing oil, Florida water, I've heard, which
Yes.
is apparently like a cologne, like a scented water.
That
You could
get from
use
Florida, man.
selenite, which got really
Florida, man.
popular.
My wife
There are a
uses
couple others.
Florida water.
Tourmaline is good also to keep it,
Sage.
but there are plenty of ways to get rid of things. Well, here's the thing about sage. Sage, from what I was told, is essentially spiritual bleach. It is, well, as long as you're not using it in a disrespectful manner to the ways it was originally intended, it's incredibly
Don't stick it up
potent.
your ass.
It's
Whoa.
great at what it does. It will
Whoa,
get
dude.
rid of anything, almost. The problem is
That herpes.
it will get rid of anything,
Whoa, dude.
and then you're just left with this void, which if you don't take care of that and put up your protections and do everything,
Yeah.
just
that is
invites
true.
all that bad stuff right back in. So if you're going to do something as aggressive as sage, you have like
I think we lost her.
now we're going to be doing
she's
like what
Giraffe got her.
Okay, you're back.
you're gonna do like your bannings, cleansings, and like your blessings, and you're gonna put up all the stuff to keep out the good stuff and put everything back to where you wanted it. One of those things where Gowade Avenger, you better know you want everything gone, because it's not a simple control delete. This is an utter delete everything. So yeah, that's what I've heard. Okay, I'm not. Please consult your spiritual advisor before doing anything of the sort.
Please contact
And
Tyranneth, your local
for
Reiki
fuck's-
master.
And for fuck's sake, do not mess with shit you don't understand. It
Yes.
never goes well.
Yeah, that'll
In
mess
other
you up
words, don't
first.
fuck with the Ouija board.
Yes, that is a rule for the studio. If you bring
Don't
it
fuck
in,
with
you're
Ouija boards.
it's a firing offense. It is a firing offense.
Don't bring in shit that you don't know where it came from, or
Mhm.
heaven
Don't-
forbid you picked it up you picked it off a dead body. Don't.
I don't know how we
Just
got to
don't.
this
No.
point, but yeah.
It was because we were talking about Soda's model going like all corpse.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, necromancy level shit here.
I am the necromancer.
The necromancer.
I'm gonna haunt your dreams, bitch.
I'm pretty sure I haunt a lot of people's dreams.
Apparently you pissed somebody off on YouTube.
I did.
I blocked that account. Yeah, we'll go into it in a little bit. I didn't even bother copying it over as a thing, but we have some Terrence the Troll stuff as well. But some idiot on I'll talk about it in a little bit. I wasn't going to, but now that the subject's up, but yeah.
Really, Ghost?
I'm always intrigued.
So wait, I shouldn't do lines off a Wiggy board? I think he was trying to say Ouija board, but my god, that looks like some crack-induced shit right there.
Right.
There's a clip.
No.
No. So let's do the little attention viewers and potential subscribers.
Speaking of, actually, if we're gonna do that, let me. Oh crap!
Uh-oh, there she goes.
I have a downloaded to
She's
break
back.
the ice.
Uh-oh.
Get it?
The Norwalk.
Break the ice.
Oh.
So help me.
Now it's coming out of her head.
Narwhals. Narwhals are real. They are not imaginary.
They're also
This has
awesome.
been your Animal Planet TED Talk. All, very, very true. Can interbreed with beluga whales, by the way.
I like where
That
this is
is
going.
weird.
Real.
Yeah. And we have video coming up.
Well, they're in the same family. They are two of the only cetaceans that have a neck joint that allows them to like bend their necks like up and down. You don't see whales bending their necks up and down.
And belugas have knees.
I mean,
Well,
technically
often
whales
mistaked
still.
for
Women.
mermaids.
Oh.
Well,
Really, Ghost?
certain whales actually still have little vestigial legs from their hips from when they used to walk on land.
Yeah.
But not many of them have those left. Killer whales or some. I think beluga whales might. It's certain cetaceans. Anyways, so to break the ice, narwhal. The following is not intended for young audiences. So if you are under the age of 18, please be aware this is not a show meant for you and may contain things that are inappropriate to say the least. So views, opinions, and concepts discussed herein are not necessarily those of Laggin Out Entertainment, LLC. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. I'm not sure. So this I found very interesting. So we have a new chip leader as far as the shorts are concerned. And just to explain
It's probably the best thumbnail I have ever seen.
it looks like he's finishing an invisible ice pop here. But
Is that what he's
Hero
doing?
has broken the all-time shorts record for lagging out with 10,000 views yesterday. So that kind of negates everything he's done with like 5 or 6 views. But I just
Not
wanted
that
to
much.
read some of the comments to you guys before we get started today because they're funny. Eli Hughes says, according to the photo that we have here of Hero, Jack Black's looking great. This is pretty random from Joseph C. What's going on with YouTube shorts? Where's the Andrew Tate content? That was a comment. Space Monkey 824. This just to show a little bit of context. We were talking about allergic reactions to food and James Corden and that sort of thing. And somebody mentioned pufferfish. So
Hey, what's up?
thank you, Magma Soldier, for the new sub. Bro compared eating food that you're allergic to cooking a fucking pufferfish. Yeah, great analogy, bro.
I thought so.
And then Soda writes, punctured a sack, LMAO.
Good Lord.
And then someone, King Anxiety, wrote underneath there, cringe. And then I actually wrote something else after that. I replied back to him because why not? He goes, then I wrote, then our job here is done. LOL, Chief. And then he writes back, well played.
Hey, you know, I will tip my hat to someone who could admit when they've been bested in a bout of verbal jousting. Cheers to you, King Anxiety. You know, you really did turn that around. I was kind of like, no, you're cool. I like you.
Yep.
Wow.
There was another person that was calling. It's like I don't know the they with the mohawk doesn't know what they're talking about, and I don't know what your liberal bias is. And I wrote, well, she is not a they, she's a she, and she's a Marine, and usually pretty much correct in all her analyses. So you misgendered a Marine, which is like double bad. So don't fuck with Oni because we're gonna fuck with you. I wrote something to that effect, but I didn't post it there because I don't think it was appropriate, and also they were calling us left-wing bias. But if you see the short and it clips to me, you see the top on a photo of me and the top of Donald Trump's head on my shirt in the video. So I'm like, did the guy even watch it? Is he like half retarded? Is he? I'm like, why make like the comment was so incredibly stupid it wasn't worth giving them any clout. So
I feel like I
said
could see
I
that. And I
Huh?
think I may have seen that comment, and I was so confused because
Mm-hmm.
it made so little sense.
I couldn't understand what they were trying to say. I think it
Yeah,
was
and-
trying to be insulting, but it was so stupidly worded that it kind of lost something in translation. I'm not fluent and stupid, so I couldn't really translate. So we need to find like that other troll to figure it out. The one that has bad grammar, doesn't use periods or spaces. probably figure it out for
that
us.
guy.
So that's coming up soon a little bit here.
it's-
Go ahead, Oni.
I, I can't even be offended because there was so little to comprehend from that statement.
It was so dumb,
And also,
wasn't it?
if you're also going to try to like insult me by going the they them, that's more so just telling on you that you're just trying to get a rise out of people because you have so
Right.
little going on in your life.
So little going on in their head.
So I don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
Both
that
of them?
too. I mean,
You guys
Oh.
know how I feel about publicity, though. There's no
Yeah.
such thing as bad publicity, right?
Debatable. I would argue that there's such thing as bad publicity, but if you know how to play the cards, and depending on the type of bad publicity, it can be used as a positive, but is such a as bad publicity.
I know.
I'd say
Yeah,
just ask
anyways.
Kanye.
Yee. It's
Yay.
yee.
Yay.
It's yay. It's
Kanyeeted from Twitter.
Kind yeeted
When
from
he's
Twitter.
off his meds, he is ugh.
I don't even know where to go with that guy.
I don't know either. You guys might hear a background that's gameplay, so I have it really low in the background just in case people are wondering what that is. But yeah, if you missed Tyrion Death last night, it's kind of hard to miss him last night because he was on for 17
He was
hours.
on like for like so many hours.
Hey, at least I didn't try misgendering a Marine.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's suicide right there. That's always
And
something
hey,
worse.
At least you weren't trying to get clout by having sex on stream.
Whoa.
That's right.
That's very true.
That's also true.
Hit partner.
At least you weren't trying to
Oh.
pit a Marine against a tanker either. If you get
That's
that
true.
reference, that means you watched our short.
That's right. And if you're paying attention, Oni is actually in the trivia question tonight.
Oh fuck.
It's Marvel based, and it is a trivia question, very Oni based, because I named my new gaming drive after Oni's favorite Marvel character, and
Hey.
I'm gonna go over the question there, like what that is. So I figured I'd do that for Oni and make her day. It's like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that, and so that way, every time I play a game, I'll think of Oni. Look at that. She's like an instant good mood now. Look at that. And when she's in a good mood, we're all in a good mood. Get on
Hey.
fucking Zoom. This shit don't work. Okay, I got you. We'll switch to Zoom. Tuesdays and Thursdays, check out Tyrion Death. He's either playing Diablo on one day and Warframe on the other. I don't know. I never get it right. Anyways,
Final
Wow.
Fantasy 14.
right. Oh, Final Fantasy 14. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. I have to change that over. I'd never changed it over. We're doing a giveaway. It's Christmas time again. That means Chieftain gets a free year of Netflix, and Laggin Out gives it to you. Stay tuned to enter and win a 1-year Netflix subscription from Laggin Out. It comes right after our report on the Wednesday show on Netflix.
Whoop.
So you have to watch it all the way through. For the rules and regulations, this is for the continental United States. If you're in Australia or Denmark, I'm sorry. I don't think this link will work.
It
But-
will if you're using a VPN.
Okay, if they're using a VPN, I guess they would. But yes. So I'm assuming everybody in the chat has watched the Tri-Bar Awards. We went over three nominees and champions. Best PvP, Best Single Player, and Best, what was the other one? PvP, Single player.
PvP, single player, multiplayer,
No,
Co-op?
not multiplayer.
developer, indie
No.
game.
The bottom three. Whatever. Watch the video. But you would see did anyone see Hero's little
Rat?
teaser at the end?
Oh yeah.
He was going to do game of the year, but I'm assuming there's 12 people here and they want to see who won Laggin Out's game of the year. And once he puts his headset back on, we can go right back to Hero for game of the year.
Hey,
But yeah.
game
Yeah,
of the
but
year.
you
Yeah,
noticed like it was a very long introduction. But I cut it down so that way it was more entertaining in video. But he can go longer now in the live format.
Also,
So he can go
giggity.
longer if he wanted to. So we didn't even have nominees for a game of the year. But I handed off to Hero this year. And there was a lot of pressure on him to do well. And to say he fell short is an understatement. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wow.
He did very good with the dramatic. He yelled at me. He was like, all right, I demand a recount. That's what he said at the end. Chieftain, I demand a recount. You got to watch it live. So that's why I assume we have 13 people in here. So thank you for coming by. We're Lagging Out Live. If you've never seen us before, I'm sorry for you because you missed a lot of good content. We do this once a week on Fridays, and we also do streaming during the week, and we talk about topics of the day as well as gaming news. And we think our gaming awards are the best because we can't be bought off because no one has tried yet. So,
Yeah.
but
Did
yeah.
even if they
So
did,
without further
morals
ado,
would say,
I'm gonna hand
"Fuck
this.
you."
I'm gonna hand this over to the master of ceremonies here, Hero.
no pressure. So, nominees for the best game of the year. We can. Is this a clip that we get to roll?
Oh no, it's not a clip. We just picked the winner. There's no nominees.
Oh,
But if I can find the drum roll somewhere, you guys won't be able to hear it, but the people in the stream will if I can ever
Nope, never
find
mind.
it.
I'll stop being a little propeller then.
we
There it is. Okay, here's the drum roll,
find it funny because we did have nominees,
and
and the winner is for the end of it.
yeah, okay,
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Hey.
Yeah, not really a shocker for everybody here, but
And I will say that at the end of it all, I did end up playing one of the nominees video game, and I did also end up playing one of the runner-ups to the nominees. And I gotta say, my opinion did change because I played Elden Ring, I played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I watched my wife play Bayonetta. Those were all contenders.
oh yeah, they were, weren't they?
And I did not play Stray, but I've heard
Don't spoil anything
lots
for
of
me.
things about it. There's
all
nothing
die.
to spoil because I've never played it or even watched gameplay of it.
That cat gets
Good.
mutilated.
Shut the fuck up. I bought Stray. I bought Stray and I bought Elden Ring. Don't fuck this
Oh.
up for me. Yes, I actually
haven't
bought some
played
video
either
games.
one
Shut
of
up.
them. You're good.
I look, Elden Ring was phenomenal. It was definitely very, very hard. I did have my amount of raging at the game and at how it played out. I remember doing a review, like a trailer review of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 some months ago, and I'm gonna tell you all the information about this had these bugs and this did this. Their voiceovers were not very well done. Blah blah blah. All wrong. The game is phenomenal. I actually would have personally chosen Xenoblade Chronicles 3 had I played it by the time this had rolled around. But, my opinion is one opinion on a panel. Bayonetta is also very decent. It was a slow burn from what my wife said. But there's all kinds of stuff going on in Elden Ring that honestly I can't ignore. That it is very good. It had a lot as far as the compilation to make it quality for Game of the Year.
Well, I didn't want to like interrupt you because this is technically still your segment. So
Go ahead, Oni.
the thing with Elden Ring is their DLC hasn't dropped yet.
No, it hasn't.
And the thing is with Elden Ring, it wasn't just timing for them to hit the market when they did, but also it's a standalone game with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This is the third part of a series.
Mhm.
So if you haven't played the first two, probably gonna be a bit lost. And with
No.
Xenoblade, well, also with Xenoblade though, that's a niche market. It's a bit of a niche market, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with Elden Ring, I think the way FromSoft has been operating for the last 20 years, I'd say, if we're going to be generous, they've been building upon the previous game. So although, yes, there was the Dark Souls series,
Mhm.
You can kind of come in whichever game you want, and it doesn't really affect too much of the lore building unless you're trying to follow the entire thin thread they've got going on. But with Demon Souls, it's kind of its own standalone game, which I wouldn't mind playing.
Really hard.
Bloodborne, Sekiro, and now Elden Ring. With Elden Ring, though, it's like they were able to get things in this game that they had been wanting to do for years, but couldn't effectively do it the way they wanted. It's a game and it's a name that I think a lot of people have stuck that are familiar with. And I think its staying power I don't think it'll be like Skyrim. And I say that like it's a good thing because with Skyrim, I think it has far outlived its time as a cash cow. At this point, it's just obnoxious. But with Elden Ring, I look forward to being able to sit down and actually playing it someday.
Oh, do not get me wrong. I have it. I played it. It is good. It is fun, and just like, well, I'll say, just to probably co-sign your point. Yes, Elden Ring is it's the compilation of a lot of other games, a lot of the work from a lot of other games, and it's like Elden Ring is definitely its own typecasting, and I think if you really want to get down to it, the typecasting is Soulsborne. And
Whoa.
All right.
and Soulsborne is a type of game. It is fucking hard, and has a massive narrative in it that goes through the game. It's got a story. You'll have to dig for it, and it's graphically beautiful, musically beautiful. And did I say it was fucking hard? Because it's fucking hard.
Whoa, dude.
And speaking of what you said regarding the narrative, I heard apparently some people got really frustrated when Elden was brought up as a contender for best narrative in some video game awards. And I think people well, for starters, I kind of find it funny to hear that people are getting up in arms about game awards shows because, let's be honest, it's all about who has the most money, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think for
And
me,
so-
it's also telling a story. There's more than one way to tell a story. You can tell a story from point A to point B, and it's dry as fuck. You could tell a story from point A to point B
Shut up,
and
Soda.
have
I didn't say anything.
Just in case.
to have the subplot. Then you can have the narrative. You could tell a story where the narrative is the undercurrent of everything going on, where you have to find the story.
Mhm.
There's no one way to tell a story. So that's like if someone were to get upset for me liking linear gameplay because I find linear gameplay, if the story's good enough, because I'm stressed out over a video game when I stress out about my real life all the time. That would
In
be
the
like
closed
me getting at
captioning.
someone for wanting a complex story. I'm sorry.
In the closed captioning of the game I'm playing, I froze it on here. It says Horath Lorax, chieftain of the Badlands. And that
Nice.
was complete accidents.
That's pretty funny.
No,
I was just
it's
like, oh shit, what the fuck?
yes.
There
Facts.
is no denying, like, and it took a lot of research for me because there's so much in the game. Because I'm gonna just be honest, I've not been able to beat the game. Hell, I haven't been able to get even halfway through Elden Ring. It's
First
just that
person
hard.
shooters. That's why. Give it up. Go to first person shooters.
It's just really hard, and
What
I
she
don't
said.
have the patience to bring what it takes to get that game beaten.
Get gooder.
Yeah, really, seriously. But I did look for and find what the actual story is in that game, and it is very rich, very detailed, and it takes a whole hell of a lot of patience to find the story in the game, because it's not just spoon-fed to you. Now, by the same token, like I had said, like you said, Oni, yes, Xenoblade is a niche market. It's a JRPG. At its core, it is a JRPG. But me personally, I just can't say that it is any less good in comparison
course not.
to Elden Ring. And that's just my opinion. I think
Oh,
they're
no,
both
and-
really
and
good games.
And I hope I didn't come across as
No,
that, because
No,
just because we have a difference in opinion doesn't mean anyone is more or less valid, unless you're going to say Battlefield 2042 is a fucking embarrassment of a game.
Kind of like what Hero said. It's like, no, I'm sorry, chieftain, you're wrong. Like he actually said that in the show. We were talking
So-
about some sort of thing.
Yeah,
don't know
I
what it
remember
was.
that.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Be-
views on shorts. Apparently,
because
people like
again,
it when I get
there's-
yelled at.
There's more than one way to tell a story. There's more than one way to entice
Do we need to get
a
the general
player.
in here? Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Lord.
I mean, my parents haven't been able to join because life just was like, hey, we're gonna just like throw all the things at you, and so they're like, oh my gosh, we're sorry we haven't been able to watch for like a month or two at this point. I'm like, Mom, Dad, seriously, like, I get it. I'm not upset. It's great when you can join, but I understand that you like to do this really nifty thing called rest and sleep, something that I am apparently very bad at. So
I think most of us have that issue, especially on weekends. But I maybe this is going a little long, so I'll
What she
just
said.
wrap it up with saying, wow, you two. I'll just wrap it up with saying, and wow, there's another good one. That's a clip, I swear.
You can wrap it up, bro.
He said it way too low. It's really hard to get those out when he just does it really low. And people,
but
I can't boost this audio if there is like a little bit of an overspeak, so I don't even bother clipping it. Because
lovely.
I can't, like,
Am I
people
too
don't
low?
hear it. They don't they go, what's so funny about this clip? I'm like, he said sack at the end. Didn't you hear that?
I heard
I
it.
have to write wait for it because people have attention spans of fucking goldfish.
I
And
know,
I'm
right?
like, wait, I have to write literally wait for it in the descriptions, and then like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I have to like hold their hand, to like kind of putting the idiot lights in video games to have people go through a certain path so they know where to go. I call them idiot
attention
lights.
span of the goldfish, like Chieftain does when he talks over people. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
horrible with that.
damn, you didn't have to hurt him that way.
Like I had a rough week anyway, and he's just like kicking me in the ball.
Right in the ball sack.
Just the uniball,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, just one of them.
Hey,
Just-
you
oh, yeah.
didn't have a 17-hour stream week bad.
Right.
Well.
Yes, I'm
Anyways,
ripping on myself.
Yes.
Gotta take the piss
Don't
out
take
of
that away from me. It takes the venom out of the snake there. You know. Don't do that.
Just like that girl did to you.
Whoa.
Whoa! Wow!
Did you get a
A
mouthful?
sex
Whoa, dude.
clip. Wow! Damn.
Anyways,
So I put a slide in here because like we were talking about game of the year and best developer. It's like, can we have a gamer of the year? Because I like to nominate somebody that I really love. He is the coolest guy in Hollywood, Terry Crews. So can we just nominate him for like gamer of the year, please? Because he is the coolest fucking dad ever. and
Okay.
he plays video games with his son, and he's like a real I don't know, family man, I guess, for lack of a better term.
No,
So,
he's a really
Terry
wholesome
Crews,
person.
I would like to personally nominate you for Gamer of the Year and like Person of the Year, because you're the fucking coolest dude ever, and God bless you for like being there for your dad. There's so many kids out there that don't have dads like you, so God bless you, sir. You are a good man. I don't think there's not going to be any people disagreeing with me in the chat or
Yeah, no, he's one of
hosting
my
today that's going to
favorites.
disagree with me with that, because we sing his praises every time in the Discord. Like, this guy is he's the coolest dude ever, and he makes fun of himself. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He's great. He's a good person.
Actually,
I miss his Old
I
Spice
personally
commercials.
Go ahead, Oni.
regarding a meme I've made. So a couple years ago, there was an event that happened in Star Wars D&D game we were playing, and my
Oni,
whole family
a little bit
went
of
through a
breaking up
phase-
there, Oni. You're breaking up a little bit,
Fuck me.
just so you know. There's no good way to tell you. I'm
Okay,
trying to.
so- Zoom,
think you're good.
don't ruin this for me.
It's
So
not Zoom.
fuck off. Couple of years ago, my family was going through a Brooklyn Nine-Nine phase. And if you probably couldn't tell, I feel I'm like a certain character in that show. I wonder who it could possibly be. Well, there's a particular scene in which another character that I also really like, Captain Holt, basically had this event happen. He was trying to kind of recapture his dignity, recapture his belief in himself. So two of his officers go out and do this thing for him, and one of them was a little religious, but she went anyways. And eventually, Captain Holt's like, thank you, Diaz. And Cruz is like, no, don't thank Diaz. Thank Terry. It was all Terry. You don't get to get credit for what Terry did. No. And I turned it into a meme. And I actually had to like find the episode and clip certain areas so I could actually set this meme up. If I may say, it is art, and it is one of the most beautiful memes I've ever made. Very niche, but beautiful. So, Terry Crews, you are also just a gem of a human being, not just for the memes you make, but also because of the person you are. We love you. Keep on keeping on.
Yes, definitely. Well said. So it's just losing his. Are you watching the stream? You're just losing your shit. Every time you were saying something, Stone Cold Steve Austin was going, what?
Because you're an asshole.
Yeah, I am.
Ah.
So next up, this is a great subject for everybody. Everyone's gonna be fucking excited about this.
Hell yeah.
Doubt.
The Super Mario Brothers movie. Will they be successful? It's like I've seen the quality, and they're very, very true to the essence of the characters. They're just visually speaking, look very good. But
Yes.
just to add a little bit of context, there is this, are people going to go watch this? And like, I can see Hero just like jumping out of his skin, waiting to say something about this. So go ahead, dude.
Fine. I have a prediction,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna lead off with good or bad. This is going to be massive competition with the Sonic movie.
Ooh.
Massive.
Good or
Lines
bad?
drawn.
That
Bringing
sounds
back the
like an
rivalry
Olympic
back.
issue.
Doesn't
It's going to be a what issue?
That sounds like an Olympic issue.
Olympic issue.
Sonic and Mario at the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So
It might build up. That might be phase 2.
yeah, right. So the trailers, well, the first trailer was awesome, and I immediately went, I need to see this. I don't know why, but I need to see this. This looks amazing. And then the second trailer dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say about half of that trailer, I got the same vibes.
Did you get a nerdgasm?
Totally. Halfway in.
Did you clean
Yeah,
it
Are
up?
you
immediately
halfway
go.
in? You got a
Halfway
halfway
I
in.
got a
nerdgasm?
halfway in.
Wow, Jesus fucking
Come
Christ.
on, man. You can do better than that.
He's almost 40.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's gonna kill
What an
us.
idiot.
But halfway into the second trailer, I had a moment.
You're still halfway in. Can you go full in? Like, come on, man.
Go balls
Will you
deep, dude.
shut the fuck up so I can finish?
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Uh,
This is why
I
you're
noticed
single
when-
still.
When
Yeah,
Oni
right?
just starts to laugh, her tongue rolls really small. I noticed it in a couple of the shorts when she zooms in. Her tongue like kind of folds in half, and like when she's trying to hold in laughter, it's the greatest thing ever. She's trying to contain herself.
so, anyways, so I can at least finish my opinion.
I'm gonna mute myself.
There's an end to this. All right.
There's a moment, like probably the whole rest of the trailer actually, where the entirety of the trailer is dominated by Princess
Harambe.
Peach. And I don't want to just be like, oh, this gives me horrible Ray vibes, Mary Sue vibes. I don't want to just give in to that opinion or to that thought process, but it just like at that point where Peach makes an appearance in the trailer, Mario becomes a bumbling idiot for the remainder of the trailer. And everything is Peach saving Mario moment.
Oh, okay.
And that just makes me go, please don't be bad.
They're gonna reverse the whole damsel in distress thing because they're trying to get away from that.
It could be.
Even
And it
though
could
that was
just-
the whole context of the video game, Super Mario Brothers was to find the princess in the castle.
Could
I'm
just
sorry, the princess
be.
is not in the castle. This is Toad, and you want to kick him in the face.
Right.
Like that whole thing needs to be in there.
It could just be that it was just a couple of funny moments for Mario,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just be very wrong, and I want to be very wrong on that. But I
As
will
a fellow chubby Italian, we kind of bumble over pretty blondes, so that's kind of like what we do. So it's more true to life than you actually think there, Hero.
It could be. But I still think that it is going to be a heavy contender against Sonic.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Okay.
And I state that not just because I'm a Nintendo fan, but because I
You
know
are.
the Nintendo fan base is very, very passionate, and they get a little wild.
Well, I think that will just make the movies better, don't you think? Like they'll just try to one up each other, and who's going to benefit from that is the fans. So if you
would
have, it's kind of
agree.
like a DC Marvel thing, except it's like Sega versus Nintendo. If back in the day, if people remember that, like there's a thing called Sega, but that was a Sonic title, and I think the competition
Sonic
just
title?
makes.
No, Sonic was a title for Sega.
That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
Lord.
No, you said a Sega title. Or
Sonic. They said that Sega was a Sonic title.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sonic was a Sega title. I think people
Yeah.
know what I meant. Yeah. So it, whatever. The rivalry will be there, and it just makes the competition better. I reversed it.
I
Yeah.
think that would be very, very awesome. I really do. But Nintendo / Super Mario the movie needs to bring it.
The
Whether or
lighting is
not
good.
honestly, whether or not it is good, it is going to do well because Nintendo fans. But if they fumble, that will be the end of it.
The fumble at the Houston Oilers and Warren Moon.
Right?
You're going too far back.
It's like, what's that? Who is that?
And you
Warren
can't
Moon, is that Sailor Moon's sister?
you can't even make fun of the Texans because they've been so bad for so long. Nobody gives
Yeah.
a fuck anymore. So
They have cool
Nobody even
uniforms.
knows.
they do.
Oni.
Maybe the reason speech.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, there she goes.
Wow, she just gone.
Uh-oh.
I see an ear.
She'll come back. She'll be good.
There she is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta move you. Hold on.
Just happened
Uh,
as soon as we're talking. It's okay.
that little can't bend that. That little gray square, that's Blacklight Oni.
Kind of.
Yeah. I think Huron needs to go over there and put like one of those net boosters. That'd be helpful.
What if I could?
Ugh, mine is horrible too. I had to reboot mine this morning, today, and then I dropped the power wire behind the file cabinet, and I was like, I yelled, "Son of a bitch!" And I thought, and then like that room is hot, and I was like starting to sweat. I'm like 30 minutes before I have to get on at 7 for tech check. And luckily it hit like the side and the power cable was there. I was able to grab it and pull it up and then put it back in the modem.
How'd you do it again? Did you grab it and pull it up?
I grabbed it and I pulled it in the back and I yanked twice.
Let's let Oni talk while her signal is decent.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Oni. I was just saying how much my signal sucks. Go ahead.
I think the reason why they opened up with for trailer the way they did is if they way you described it would have turned audio.
I am so sorry.
It's having a lot of trouble. It's I don't know what's going on with some connection issues right now, fortunately.
Why do I have to zoom windows up?
What the
What
fuck
the
are we
hell are
listening
you
to?
watching in the background?
It's a commercial. It's Tyrandet's friggin' stream. I just switched out. Relax.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think she's having technical difficulties, unfortunately, here. So
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
only thing she got out of
commercials are
all
not
that
live
though
on mine.
was "Shut Up, Soda." That's the only thing that came out great. Shut up, Soda.
And we wonder why he doesn't talk.
Sorry.
the hero's like, I feel like raging at her phone.
Oh, I thought that was the movie there for a second.
I knew you were going to say that, jackass. There's the bird.
The big reveal.
I was close.
There's the bird. The bird.
I'm gonna have a lot of
is the
clips to do
word.
this Sunday.
I am so sorry, everyone who's watching this and everyone who's playing with this. Oh, well, I want to use Zoom. It totally won't cause problems like Discord. Fuck this shit.
It's the phone signal, unfortunately. Which would be the buildings. So go ahead, Oni. You were trying to say.
Screen grab that for the Wednesday Photoshop.
You wouldn't have an ad if you subbed, just saying.
Huh?
He's talking to Ghost in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not that Ghost would ever listen. He never does.
No.
Damn.
Now he's a mooch.
Nintendo.
You can't hear us anyway.
I don't think Nintendo would allow this movie to fly if it wasn't in the spirit of what Nintendo would say it was okay, because Nintendo is so controlling over their IPs.
Mm-hmm.
Worthy.
And then, thirdly, I think this movie will do well regardless because they don't want to have the legacy of the 90s constantly haunting them. Because remember, this is not the first Mario movie.
No, it's not. That was the 80s, by the way.
Oh, yeah, 80s. So much better.
Nah.
Is that the guy who played in Roger Rabbit? Played Mario?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Luigi, the actor for Luigi, actually recently came out and wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Is he Latino?
Yeah.
I'm making a point here. Just try to stay with me. I don't think this is it's not really hard to follow.
Not if you got two brain cells.
Wait.
Right. So John Leguizamo is a Latin actor. Luigi is Italian. He was talking about Mario being too white bread, but meanwhile, he was playing an Italian actor being a Latino. So is he saying those two races are interchangeable, or is he saying it okay for him to play somebody who's Italian but not a white person? Asking for a friend, just
that
making
just
sure. So
might
I
be
should.
Italian.
So should I play? Because I'm a pizza eating motherfucker. Should I be playing Luigi instead?
Uh-huh.
I think you
sound
could play
just like
whatever
him.
you wanted,
Yeah.
as long as you had the acting chops.
Yahoo! But yeah, go ahead. Whoever was speaking, please go ahead and finish your point.
That was actually my point, and that went exactly where I wanted it to go, Chief.
Wow.
That's what
Imagine
she
that.
said.
Two guys with ADHD are on the same
That's
path there.
insane.
Because
Somebody has
we
to
have
have
eight.
somebody has to
18
have some weird nuclear powers to make that work right.
There's like 18 thoughts in our head. If there's one matches, that's amazing. Like connect four. Do do do.
And now you know.
Do do do.
Anybody else got any input on this particular topic? I mean, I do have concerns, but I think this is going to do phenomenally no matter what happens.
As long as you
I'm
get the
pretty
rest of the
happy.
way in, I'm okay.
I might have to go
Shut
take my
the
nephews.
fuck up. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
not everybody has the same problems that you do in that department, Soda. Go full circle.
Someone wrote in the chat, Chieftain, go full circle, and you should play a Latino.
Let's go. Soda. Anyways, let's turn that slide.
Oh my god! There was like, if I were to do that, forget it. I'd get canceled quicker than Andrew Tate.
Whoa.
But yeah. Oh, TikTok in distress.
Cool. Can it
TikTok
distress
is in
quieter?
danger. So, and then of course, everyone's favorite producer, Honey Badger, puts Trump in there and says, "Do it, do it."
So
the fucked up part is now we're on Twitter, Laggin_Out. I mean, on TikTok rather. TikTok, Laggin_Out.
I know people who are on TikTok, and I'm like, it's fucking cancer.
it really is. Look, regardless of the opinions
Only-
we have of TikTok, it does hold the market for the modern day
news.
youth, unfortunately. But TikTok's looking like it's in danger for many reasons. Their ad revenue payout, their ad revenue is bad.
I'm in danger.
And now they've got plenty of government officials from multiple parties, not just left, not just right.
Yeah.
Some of them think they're center. I question that. I don't care about political parties anymore at this point, unless they're trying to take my rights away. But that said, there are a lot of politicians right now that are taking the point of view of former President Trump, which is
Fake
to say,
news.
ban TikTok. And it's no secret that TikTok as an app is run by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company.
CCP, run by the CCP, because every company is run by the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, and the people that are in control of ByteDance and TikTok, they have access to everything that goes on involving that app.
Mm-hmm.
Which means there's backdoors into your hardware. They can snoop on what you're doing on your phone. Just saying, people, pay attention.
You better
That's not
like
news.
delete that stuff, Soda, from your phone.
Yeah, I will.
We were talking about that stuff months
God
ago.
damn it.
You gotta change your avatar.
All
Anime
right, there
girl.
needs to be some sort of freaking limit on this. He is obsessed with anime girls.
All right,
Well,
you only can do
yeah.
it. All right, I'm initiating a rule: 3 times a stream. That's it.
Per
I mean,
person, but
you have to remember, a lot of people are obsessed with anime right now because, weeaboos and you can't really control them. So.
We're getting fans on TikTok, guys. They seem to like all of us on that app. But
I mean,
Is that good or
make
bad?
that's good. We're getting good comments.
it's unfortunate. I think the only advice I can offer is if we're going to use the platform, make sure we access the platform on a device that is not used for anything.
I use it on my MacBook Pro because that's where all my TikTok videos are.
Mhm.
And I sign in and I post it and then I sign out. So I don't know if that helps, but it takes up way too much of my time when I'm on the shitter. That's what I usually watch on TikTok. There's a lot of positive stuff on there too. There's these positive like gym guys. Like this guy used to be a junkie, but now he's like a fitness person and he talks about etiquette. It's like everyone's there for a reason. You're making fun of somebody because they're fat. I go, you're an idiot. I go, everyone's there to work out. No one's there to get judged. That's why people don't like to go. He's trying to change the gym culture so it's everyone can go and everyone can go to the. There are positive things on there.
Oh yeah, I mean there's definitely positive
Yeah.
stuff on there. There's positive people, but just like
Getting through it and
yeah.
honestly,
I mean,
it's no different than Twitter if you really think about it.
Like
There's some
if I
toxic
showed-
shit there.
If I showed Oni this one girl that keeps on popping up on my For You page,
Giggity.
it's like she goes, "Hola," dude, like she does this like weird, like I don't know. It looks like very she's very exaggerated, and she does the same thing, and she's like, "Oh, ah," like she's like makes her eyes really bright, and she like does all these weird things. Like I know if Oni saw her, I always imagine like just like saying, "What the like." I can't believe I'm the same gender as you. Like, she would,
Hang on,
you're not
hang on.
even human. Oni would probably go to her.
is
You're
this
like a
the-
cartoon. What's that?
the way they move, it's in the style of animated movies where
Right.
it's very fluid. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that, and it's got so much uncanny valley to me.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
it does not give me the warm and fuzzies, and I'm not saying that just because I'm not attracted to that, but it does not. It sends off red flags in my head of something is not right. That is not a good thing. Now,
Right.
also, yes, I understand I'm a bit paranoid, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and
I gotta look up her name.
to me, it's
Where's my phone?
impressive that they can mimic it, but to me, it's also really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
There's
I'll just leave
yeah.
it at that.
Fear and Death.
The
Comments?
new trend is the Wednesday dance though. That's all
Oh, God.
over the place, and some people are really fucking good at it because that is not a easy dance to do. So if you
mean-
haven't seen it on social media, it's what's up.
Any comments from Fear and Death?
Oh, Tear and Death.
Hi.
Hi. I got nothing. I just wow.
All right, and we'll see you right after this break. No, just kidding.
What about Soda? We did tell him to shut up earlier.
I like that anime one. That one's not too bad. Soda, you there?
Hey, Soda. Oh, he's muted.
Fuck. Yeah, I muted myself. Anytime Oni yells at me, I have to mute myself, or you know.
What bullshit?
Tick.
That's a lie, and you fucking know it. Every fucking one of you, even in the chat, and I know.
I
you
was
know who
laughing
you
too
are.
hard. I was laughing too hard, so I literally had to mute myself.
He
Ah.
does that during class too. He's teaching the whole class, and they're like sitting there like
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
they're like okay, you need to do an outline on this text. I don't know how to do that, and then he just goes.
It's true. That is true.
Illustrator.
It's like they didn't teach us this. What? Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
glad.
teaching motion graphics, and I think Soda and I are going to have to reconstruct the entire curriculum.
Yeah.
How many times have I? And you know what? I don't think there's been a single week that's gone by that I haven't heard something along the lines of, "I rewrote that entire curriculum because it was so fucking stupid."
It's
Or-
a different school.
Yeah, we're in a different
I know
school
that's
now.
what makes it crazy. Now y'all are in a different school, and we're gonna have to rewrite this whole fucking
Our
curriculum.
boss is awesome
Damn.
though. She's so receptive to it
She's amazing.
that like they're like, I'm
Shows
so
them
glad
love.
you two are here because she's like, basically, you guys are the smartest guys in the room.
You know, it's really interesting that you and Soda are in similar fields. You know, you have some of the same connections. Hero and Tyrion Death have similar fields,
Mhm.
you know, similar connections. And then there's just me floating out into whatever the fuck I'm doing with my life is.
The masked singer calls you and asks you to do costumes for the show.
But yeah,
a little-
costume making
Actually,
is fucking
technically,
amazing.
we did do things for a version of The Masked Singer.
Oh, okay.
was-
The tour probably.
It was for the live tour that went on
Cool.
about
I mean, I watched every season of
March.
Face Off, so I love what you do.
I love the masked singer.
a little
The costumes
secret
are
for you,
so
actually,
good.
Bonnie. A little
Hmm.
secret for you. Tyrion Death's field, well, original field. I don't know what exactly he's choosing to do now that he's grown up.
He's
Oni
a
is
pimp.
powerful. That is correct.
His original chosen field was more akin to Chief and Soda's field.
does not surprise me that it would still meander off.
Oni, we're
hmm.
basically all creatives, depending on
Oh,
what we
yeah.
do. I see us all in the same field because we're all creatives.
Mhm.
So I don't see you
Yeah.
as separate. I see you as a strong part of the group that, like, that's like our weakest part is that, and you're the strength. That's the way I see it.
But I
Oh, shit,
also
that's
see
dangerous.
Oni. If she was one of our
It's not.
students,
Take a compliment, goddammit.
she would learn the
Say
shit
thank you.
quickly.
No,
I
wait,
said
wait.
thank you.
Say thank you.
I said thank you.
Okay, you're
did.
welcome.
All
And
right.
whoever's in the chat, so help me, you know who you are. Shut the fuck up.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Soda.
Soda, please
Oh, I was
say
gonna
again.
I was gonna say if Oni was one of our students, she would learn the shit that we would teach her very quickly, and I assume very well. So
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't necessarily have a great aptitude for computers, but I at least like to do this really nifty thing called taking notes. Yes, this is from the first Avengers movie. Oh wow, it's not even picking it up. Oh fuck. Yes, this is very old.
Disappearing.
Yeah, but yeah, I take
Uh-oh.
notes. I take notes from work when we have our meetings, you know, so that I
First time
retain certain
chatter.
things.
Thank you, Magma Soldier, for actually subbing too, and thank you for laughing at our idiocy. We appreciate you.
Hey, words are hard.
And also because I'm pretty sure
So
they
are other
misspelled their
things.
name. Shut
Giggity.
the fuck up, Chieftain. It's gross.
whoa.
I like where this is going.
But I'm pretty sure their name is misspelled. I
Where
think
this is going.
I think I know.
Anyways, we can advance because we are trying not to take 4 hours tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why do we want Iger at Disney? Because he's not the other guy. Next slide.
Huh.
So yeah,
All
I mean,
right,
it's not
so
like it's
the
not like we've
context-
been bitching about this for the last 2 years.
Right.
The
Everyone has a
context-
comment on this, but go
the-
ahead.
The context is, and I kind of picked a headline that I thought would stick, but I think Honey Badger decided she thought that she had a better one. This actually might be better. I said Bob Iger is back, and why this is not a good thing is what I had said.
Yeah.
Bob
Discord.
Iger is back, and it's crazy how quickly and how suddenly this change happened.
Mm-hmm.
He went to retire and go off into the sunset at the beginning of the pandemic because, I don't know, somebody had insider information and knew that shit was going to go bad. Wonder who that might be and why that might be. Could it be because the man has political connections? I don't know.
Could it be that he was fumbling money out of the Disney parks and falling it into Disney Plus so it didn't look like it was losing its shirt? Could that be it?
I don't
Could've
know who
been,
decided that because Disney Plus didn't become a thing until halfway in. Just
Could
saying.
be playing around
Well, he
with
was moving
Pelosi.
money around. It's confirmed.
Yeah. Ultimately, he was trying to escape a bad situation, and the next person was going to be the fall guy.
Right.
I predicted this back in, the beginning of 2020 when it was announced. I had no idea if I was going to be right or wrong. I'll be honest. I was just
No, you knew you were
guessing.
going to be right. 'Cause you think you're right about everything.
No, that's Chieftain's thing. Don't
Oh yeah.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
Right.
but that being said, I said, hey, JPEG's going to be the fall guy for this because we're going into the pandemic and this switchover is happening really suddenly. I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't think for a second that anybody knew that old boy was coming back until it happened. But I do think that he was the only choice and it had to be him. Because as soon as Iger chose Bob Chapek to be his successor, the guy that was favored to be the next CEO quit because he felt shafted, honestly. He quit and he went to HBO Max. Well, he went to help build HBO Max. Then, during Bob Chapek's reign, the next guy after him that was favored to be the next CEO, guess what? Bob
What?
Chapek fired him
What?
and his circle
Wow.
and his inner circle.
You're fired.
I'm just saying, everybody that could have replaced Chapek when they decided to fire Chapek, and make no mistake, it was a firing because it happened on a weekend. It was announced that Iger was coming back on a Sunday. Who does business
Slow
like
news
this
day.
over the weekend?
It's a slow news day. They just slide it in, and it worked because was it during the midterms or something like that?
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
kind of slid under the radar. So that's
Yeah,
what I would have done.
It's just all this shit just happening all of a sudden at once. First of all, it definitely was a termination, and while Iger, I could
You are
promise you,
terminated.
didn't think he was coming back, and I don't think the board wanted him to come back. But again, it couldn't be anybody else. There was nobody else that was favored. Hey, soda. But just to accelerate things a little bit,
Right in his face. Look at that. Look right in his face.
Jesus Christ, you're obviously bored.
Very.
Me? Never.
Guys,
You should check the Zoom chat. Look what I posted.
Oh God.
You're bored too. Anyways,
Oh, hey, I'm almost on my own. There you go. So to get it. Get it.
But I'm just saying that there's no. I don't think anybody thought that they were going to bring Iger back until that happened. But now Iger's doing everything he can to basically erase anything good that Chapek has done during his time, which I honestly don't think was much. And now now all the news reports are saying, oh, Iger's going to be the savior to fix the direction this company's going. You know what?
No, he's not.
Iger was the cause of a lot of the problems before Chapek took over, and Iger was definitely in somebody's ear to tell them what to do and pulling the strings while he was in retirement. He's now going to do everything to make himself look good for his legacy. It's better than Chapek, but that's not a very high bar.
they are hemorrhaging money.
Oh
Jerome.
yes,
They are hemorrhaging money from, like, not only did they lose over $100 million, which now is old news from Strange World, which was not really promoted that well, but it was all full of alternative lifestyles and what they say woke bullshit, or like to call woke stuff. It wasn't really the style of Disney, and it wasn't really pushed, but they are hemorrhaging money in the billions. They've lost billions on their new on their approach. It used to be family friendly. Now it's not. Now they're adhering to 2% of the population, and that 2% of the population is not sustaining them financially, so they're losing money.
Oh yeah.
So
they're pricing people out of the parks like crazy.
Right. Also, that's another point. They increased the daily pass. I think it's $192 for a day pass.
Wow.
Like, okay, I made this comment.
What?
Yeah. I made this comment to somebody else not long ago. Even if you account for inflation since the mid 80s,
Mm-hmm.
the amount that the tickets are going for now would not be the same.
Right.
They are pricing out the middle class from their parks. They just want the rich people. They want rich people money. They think that even if they have less people coming to the parks, if they're all rich, that they're going to be making more money. And this is not the case.
Disney, that was not the mission statement of Walt Disney. He wanted some place that family can go to have enjoy their time, and now they're just fleecing people. Like, before you even get through the door, you're dropping $25-$50 for parking.
Yep.
Before you even get through the door. And then it's, if you're taking kids with you, it's like just getting through the door, it's $500 right there plus food. You're spending close to at least $1,000 for one day.
Yeah, I think somebody estimated.
How many people?
Go ahead.
Sorry. How many people have actually been to a Walt Disney theme park?
I've been.
I've been there over 20 times.
I mean, I've been there a couple of times in my youth, but that was long before it's what it costs now.
When Unisol worked there, he got me in for free.
I mean, that makes sense, because I don't think Badger and I have ever. I know we've been to Great America, which is owned by
Six Flags.
the same company, Six Flags. Don't quote
Time
me on
Warner.
that. I've been to Universal Studios for a school trip, but we've never been to Walt Disney's theme parks to my knowledge. And the more I hear about it, I feel like it's been that way for a really long time, is that it was for people with money. And let me put this out there. That is not necessary. People with money are not the problem, okay? But it's that there's an idea of what it means to be going to a Walt Disney theme park. And I never thought of it as something that anyone could do, not just because they don't have that many theme parks here in America, but because it seemed like it was a huge event just to go there. And that's not a thing a lot of families can really do or want to do. And if you're like me, who is antsy around large groups of people when I don't have control over those groups of people, not exactly something I want to do, tends to put me in a fall mood, because also these things, and I don't know how to act.
I would.
I mean, I thought their mission statement was the place for dreams. I don't know, like something about dreams or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's had that mission statement in decades.
I remember when I was a kid and we used to go, and my dad would work 2 jobs. He wouldn't do anything they wouldn't do anniversaries. They wouldn't do Valentine's Days. He'd work overtime just so we can go to the parks on vacation. So my dad and my mom sacrificed a whole lot. So there's 2 spoiled kids, me being one of them, can actually go to the parks. And I was lucky to take actually drawing classes there when I was 12.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was, and then an acting class. But
I would say that
it's unreachable now. If my dad would do that now, he wouldn't be able to afford it. So
I would say that the time that it stopped being about family and started being about fleecing people, or starting to fleece people, would probably be closer to the time that Iger took over. I would also like to point out that now most people that are estimating trips for Disney, they're estimating that like a weekend trip, a 3 or 4 day trip, not even a week-long trip, is close to about $8,000.
I don't think you're wrong.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, he's not, sadly.
When
Did I hit that? That wasn't me.
When the price per head coming into the park stopped being around $25.
Price per head was $25. Oh,
I'm not talking about your price point there, good sir.
Not OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
What an idiot.
I still can't get over the $7,000 to $8,000 3 to 4 day weekend.
That's
it's
not
100
even for
one-
for the new hotel that they put in the what's it called, the Star Cruiser? Can't remember now. I don't care.
Oh, the Star
anymore.
Cruiser. That's like $6,000 for 3 days.
I heard it sucks.
And it does.
I just want to go to Disney World dressed up like a Jedi with Hero, being a Hero, walking in as gray Jedis.
You're not allowed to cosplay.
Yes,
You can
can.
dress. You can dress.
you can. There are limitations, but you can.
I want to go there and just like, there's like, who are these two jokers? They're like, we're gray Jedis, bitches. Read the blogs.
Yeah, read the blog.
I just the whole
We're the fat
point-
gray Jedis.
we're the lazy fat gray Jedis. We have like remote controls in our holsters and shit, and pizza stains on our clothes.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over.
She's just blown away by the price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
Look at her face. Fuck.
yo, Ghost, it doesn't matter. Their prices for the parks are about the same. They are both awful. And
don't-
the more pricier hotels are the ones in California.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I understand that there's a lot that goes behind the scenes in a business. So the cost of your ticket, it's going to vary, and it doesn't necessarily translate exactly to the payment of your labor and wages. But the thing is that these companies like Walt Disney and in the footsteps of Walt Disney are so top heavy with where the money is going, but they're going to really quickly find out, if they haven't figured it out already, they are going to price the very people who work there out of living anywhere remotely close to being able to commute
They
to
already
work.
have.
Yeah, Orlando is the most expensive place, one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. So you're making maybe 12, 13 bucks an hour, and you're paying $2,000 a month for a one bedroom.
Yeah.
In Orlando.
And
It's ridiculous.
that's
Unless you're
even-
working on a video game, or you're working, like, if you're like a highly skilled labor person, like an Imagineer or some shit, then it's ridiculous. Housing is nuts there. It's like
And that doesn't
$475,
surprise me.
$500,000 for a house there.
And the thing is the college I went to really pushed for the Imagineers. They had huge things regarding Disney. Really loved going, hey, students, we're really known by Disney. You need to go to Disney, Disney, Disney. And I never bought into that.
No.
with
really
good
glad
reason.
I'm really glad I didn't, for a lot of reasons. But I will say I do see some of their projects come through where we work.
Mhm.
And it's cool, but we're not dealing with the whole big name Disney stuff. So they still keep that stuff under wraps. We'll handle other things, which is still a lot of fun. But Disney is going to burn itself out, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it, I can't wait to see the fallout. I am intrigued, like watching a train on fire. I just want to watch it because I want to see how they pick up the pieces, because they are burning his legacy into the ground with the way they're conducting themselves. They're going to price themselves out of the very people who should be enticed to the parks. There are more
Go to
adults.
Harry Potter world.
There are
Yeah.
more adults in my age group who want to go be Disney kids than there are actual kids wanting to be Disney kids, it seems
So-
like. And don't get
Yeah,
me
that
wrong, you can have your hobbies, but the whole point was it was for the kids.
I want to collect my pins.
I don't
Wow.
really understand that, but okay.
I don't
let
understand
me
it
give some
either.
more context to why we're talking about possibly $8,000. So
You're watching Laggin Out Live, guys.
Parking
Thanks
is
for
no
To our
longer
coming in.
suffering.
parking is no longer free. They got
It was
rid of
never free.
it used to be free apparently. I
Really?
keep hearing about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
They got rid of their shuttles from nearby hotels to go to the parks and go around the parks. They eliminated either eliminated or added additional pricing to the park hopping. They have eliminated their all year round program, their year tickets. I can't remember what their annual
Season passes.
Their annual passes.
Yeah.
That's right. They eliminated their annual passes. They've increased the price of food. They
Well, you'd be
changed
fucked.
the way the
My
line
God!
system.
What the fuck, dude?
They
That was mean.
He's just ignoring me anyway.
I would too.
I'm
That's a
waiting.
dick
I like
move.
food.
I like
you
food, too.
fucking asshole.
What a dick.
But they didn't
That's a
just
clip.
increase the price of food. They've also changed the way their lines work. They got rid of their
I have to mute
their
myself again.
premium line pass, whatever. Then they replaced it with the lightning lane. And then they replaced the lightning lane with this app called Genie Plus, where you get into the app and then you pay to line jump. And it's
Are you fucking serious?
so your
That is.
your fast lane pass or your fast pass or whatever that they have at other parks, they got rid of that and then they replaced it with the app where you pay to get in front to jump to the front of the line on this app, and it's only allowed during certain times for certain rides. And it's really it's based on availability, and if you don't use the app, you're stuck in line probably about 40 to 50% of the time that you're at the parks. And these are all just different costs that are gonna make your 4-day trip go as high as $8,000.
Here's a Florida resident tip for you guys. Go during non-peak season. Anytime after Christmas, February and October are the two best times to go to Disney, because the lines aren't there and not a lot of people are speaking Portuguese with a group of 50 people. Like, you're not getting any foreign people coming in there or people out of state. I mean, like, no, it's usually a lot of just locals there. So there's no people from foreign countries or other states. It's all a lot of locals during those times. And like it was so much better when I went then. Like, we always went in February and October. We used to go twice a year. But
right.
then we just did it in February for 2 weeks because we got a week off in February in New York. And then what I would do is we'd have homework for the next week. So I do all my homework on the way down. So that way we'd actually have a couple of days at Disney, go to MGM, go to Disney, go to Universal, hit all the parks and be good. And man, that place smelled so fucking good. The money would just come out of your pocket. It was weird. When I worked on the video game Epic Mickey, I had the Epic Mickey shirt on. And I went to the place that was in the very beginning. I think it was like Casey's. It was like a baseball Casey at the bat based on the poem. And I went there and the guy recognized my shirt. He's like, "That's an Epic Mickey shirt." I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "Well, I worked for Disney Interactive." He's like, "What did you order?" And I'm like, "I just ordered 5 sodas." He's like, "Hold on one second." And like, he cleared it out. He goes, "Here, on the house." He gave me like 5 large sodas.
Jesus.
And those sodas
I'll
are
be right
like
back.
$8 each. So you're getting back, you taking a dump.
Yeah.
Please enjoy this photo of my really, really, really fat ass cat. That's how I feel regarding this whole topic.
That's a big cat.
Oh, he got fatter when I visited. I saw how large he is. He's like round with legs. I didn't even know
It's like
that was a possible shape.
It's got like little stubby legs.
Yeah, but he's a nice cat. He's a good cat. But I just I cannot. Obviously, you know, people can spend their money how they want. That's welcome to a capitalist society where individuality is kind of the thing we do around here.
Somebody get Elon to buy the place, please.
I know, right?
It's just
He was supposed to make an announcement at 5 p.m. today about the suppression of media. I think it pertaining to how they cancel people and how they don't. He's like, he had all the secret paperwork. He's like, I'm posting it at 5 p.m. Easter day. And I'm like, I don't know if it posted or anything. He's like the biggest fucking troll in the world. He's
I mean,
trolling
yeah,
his,
when you're that rich, you can do what you want.
he's trolling his own company. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to let you know why they were canceling people and why this is dumb.
Whoa.
Great. But guys, if you like our content, please tell your friends.
Please tell
Bring
your
them
friends.
on. Let them entertain. Let us entertain them with our pain and our lag. Our lag is real, so we live up to our name. So something always messes up on someone's stuff. So everyone takes a turn. A few weeks ago, it was not Hero. It was Soda's avatar fucking up. So sometimes it's Discord. Sometimes it's a person's internet connection. It's always very interesting here. So always stop by on Fridays and check out the tomfoolery. Please tell your friends. Puss in Boots would approve. So, Thor is racist and Helmsworth hates that. We all do.
Huh?
What is the context here?
Well, I know what the original. I know what the original context
Did you screw up
is.
the slide?
I don't
Made a
know
meme
where
out of
this
it.
came. I don't know where this meme came from. So
Badger made it.
basically, Chris Hemsworth is
He's Australian.
saying
He's racist.
without saying that Taika Waititi sucks.
What is that?
Taika Waititi is the director of all the Thor movies.
Oh, okay. Thank
Not
you.
all of them.
Okay, most of them.
3 and 4.
Fair. That's actually fair. That actually makes way more sense. So Taika Waititi has taken the
Taika
Thor
Waititi?
movies into.
Taika, your own TD.
Seriously, I work with children.
I don't know what to say at this point. Wow,
Well-
Ghost. Welcome
What
to.
did he say?
He said, "Wait, there are 4 Thor movies."
Oh my god.
So,
Yes.
welcome to the world outside the rock that you've been living under. So Taika Waititi has been taking Thor in a direction of comedy and basically turning the character of Thor, God of Thunder, into a really big joke.
Parody of himself.
Parody of himself. That's actually a pretty good way to put it. Thank you, Chief.
Welcome.
And Hemsworth, literally after the last movie, came out publicly and said, I don't want to come back and play Thor unless the writing changes. He said it in such a way that said, basically, until you guys fix the character of Thor, I don't want to come back. And to me,
Wow.
that comes off as a very veiled way to say, Taika, you fucking suck. I don't want to come back unless you're gone.
And I think if they had done it similar to oh my gosh, Thor Ragnarok. Was Ragnarok the one that was with the Grandmaster on Scar?
No, I don't think so.
Shit, which one was that?
Oh, is that Dark World?
No, that one.
That one was
Oh my
actually
gosh,
pretty
that was
bad.
Thor 2.
Ragnarok was the third one. Where
That's what just had Grandmaster in it. Anyways,
sorry.
I think with that one, I think why people it was at least a fresh look at Thor and opened up his character to a few more things, especially because with Avengers Infinity War and then Avengers Endgame, it got fucking dark. I mean, it's fair. A fan, you kind of see him as this big oaf guy who's kind of bumbling around. They don't see him as the prince who has had to learn to eat some humble pie and is really just trying to keep his family together because he loves his dad and he trusts his dad, but he knows his dad has made some mistakes. He knows his brother has issues, but he still loves his brother. And his mother is, of course, trying to do what she can to keep the family together, but she's not a warrior. She's a queen, and she has a duty to the people. And then they killed her off in the second movie, which I still really disagree with. And also the fact, I don't know if it made it in here this week. I don't think it did. Chris Hemsworth is going to be taking some time away from acting.
Right.
This is worth mentioning anyways, because it kind of ties into a lot of, it ties into the same interview where he revealed that.
Chris Hemsworth was doing a National Geographic special regarding just
outdoors and stuff.
Life, being human, what it means to be human. And so he decided to partake in a little bit of a study, if you will, regarding his own genome. And it turns out he has a duplicate gene of something known to be a contributing factor to Alzheimer's.
Right.
And
both sides of the family.
I think he's in his
what's up, Rio?
40s or so. Hello, Rio. I think he's in his early 40s or so, maybe late 30s, early 40s. So he's been acting his store for a good while now. Having this knowledge, not a diagnosis, but this knowledge that you have a major contributing risk factor to an Alzheimer diagnosis, that would shake someone up. And so with that in mind, because he is married, because he does have children, he would like to take some time away for an unspecified amount of time to be with them, to kind of let this sink in, because as we all know right now, there is no cure to Alzheimer's that we humans have thought of yet. We don't have access to that right now. And some people get it really early. Some people, it doesn't show up till later. Some people never get it. And if he's willing to take time away from acting to just focus on his family, if you're going to draw him back to a character, you better have a really good fucking story to tell. And it better be worth telling.
And that's exactly the way he was wording it.
Yeah, I mean, because what story to most people could be more important than the one you create with the people you love? The story that will surpass your own lifetimes, the stories that will pass down through generations of who you were and what you did, the memories that you will create with them, that even if you do fall ill to this disease, they'll remember. They'll share that story way after you've died and gone. That's a special type of story. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, I think I've taken this character as far as I can tell that story. I think it's up to the next storyteller, the next actor to tell that story." There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I applaud anyone who can say, "You know what? We're done with that chapter. We're going to move on. If someone would like to pick this up later, that's fine, but I'm going to leave it alone. I think this is where my part ends." I think that is completely commendable, and that's not a decision to make lightly, because being that character or being a part of that storytelling, it changes you. You not only give a piece of yourself to that, but it becomes a piece of you, and you carry that on with you. It doesn't leave you unchanged if it's a good enough story. That story sticks.
Mic check. Am I still here?
Mike.
Yes, you can. We hear you.
Okay.
So
sorry.
For a good buddy.
No, you're good. So I totally understand. And I salute Chris Hemsworth for taking time for his family. Yeah, yes, we could all go, well, yeah, he's rich. He can take the time off all he wants.
What a selfish prick. I want to see more Thor movies, goddammit.
I want to see good Thor movie before he stops altogether.
I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, by the way. Chieftain XI.
I'm
Go
just glad that he is taking time for his family because after everything that's been going on in this world, I think sometimes just, I know for me, going home and being with the people who love me, that was really important because that was why I wasn't here last week.
Yep.
I was literally with my family and I hadn't seen them in a little over a year. It was really, really nice.
I would agree with you 100%, Oni. Like seriously, real talk. I think he is doing the right thing no matter what. But I agree with him in that if you're going to call Chris, be like, we're doing Thor 5, it better be a good story. If they didn't replace Taika Waititi by then, he better have come off of his bullshit and done something good to impress Chris Hemsworth. If it's not Taika Waititi anymore, it better be a damn good director.
Oh, I guess I'll just play Thor then. That's not a problem.
Yeah, you got the perfect body for
I
it.
got a body for it.
Yeah, you got the great body for it if you're playing Fat Thor.
Oh, I guess people in glass houses can throw stones, huh, Hero?
Oh.
Hey. I can say it because I wear it.
Welcome to the Fat Guy stream. I'm Hero. I'm here with Soda and Chieftain. We're all the fat guys.
Fat guys.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Right.
Fat guy in a little
Look,
coat.
hey,
What
by the
the
way,
fuck?
What happened?
You not know that?
I have no idea what.
Well, no way.
Why?
Oh.
I think we stumped Oni. You know what that's from?
No.
Chris Farley.
Come on.
Oh.
I'm confused. What's going on?
He's trying to figure out the reference that we made.
No, it's
Oh.
that why the fuck am I listening to all this shit? Why am I
Oh.
friends with you guys again?
That's a good question.
Oh, so hey, Ghost just reminded me of something. We were having conversations a couple months ago about the new God of War. My wife is playing it, and I happened to stop gaming on what I was playing at the moment so I could turn around and watch the very beginning of God of War Ragnarok. I am not
Like looking to a
disappointed.
mirror, huh?
I am not disappointed at all in Thor. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
We
I
were
mean,
actually going to put
People
his.
do realize in. Sorry.
Go ahead. I wasn't going to say anything. It's fine.
In the actual like mythologies of Thor, he's not just the god of thunder, he's also the god of fertility because storms bring rain.
Giggity,
His wife was Sif,